No matter the weather, a really important consideration is actually what you put on your feet. And I'm not talking about ski boots or snowboard boots, I'm talking about your socks. They have to be technical. We've talked a lot about all the technical layers you can have, technical outerwear, making sure that you have a great goggle fit, a great helmet fit. Socks. Socks are so important. My first tip is if you're out there all day long, again, no matter the weather, switch your socks out midday. Once you figure out which your favorite pair are, buy lots of them and change your socks at lunchtime. That is going to make you smile. So, on to what can you get for socks? Well, I think the most important thing is having a really good fit, and I think some of the best fitting socks are probably the compression socks. These happen to be by Smart Wool right here, and again, it is a wool blend. Merino wool is absolutely fantastic when it comes to socks because you are in a boot, often a plastic boot if you're in a ski boot, but even those snowboard boots, you reach the saturation point. So a synthetic fiber is great at moving moisture away. It can even funnel it right up and try to get it out of your boot, but there comes a point where you start to get a little bit damp and a little wet in there. Wool is still warm when it's wet, and that's why so many socks are wool or wool blend. And again, these compression socks are no exception. So not only do they help you muscularly, but they also just fit unbelievably well. But again, just a good fit in general. You can have a really thin sock. That's the other thing, is don't overdo it on your sock. You might think, well, maybe the thicker or the more socks I wear, the better. That's not necessarily true. Go talk to any boot fitter. Thin is usually better, thin with a high performance sock. There are a few scenarios where maybe a little bit of cushion is necessary. I have one from Darn Tough, happens to be made here in Vermont. This is my personal favorite. But this one is a cushion sock, and it is strategically cushioned. It's not all over, and it's not really, really thick. And definitely one of those things where it depends on your fit of boot, ski again, or snowboard, whether or not you can fit with this cushion sock. And they do compress a little bit. Now, there are a few folks who really think that synthetic is the way to go. I think Hot Chili's is probably one of the #1 in synthetic, purely synthetic socks. I happen to be showing you a cushion here, but they also come in an ultralight as well as a cushion. Don't go into the extra cushion, no matter what level of skier or rider you are. I really highly caution you against a fully cushioned sock. Just a little bit of strategic cushioning. However, these socks, these synthetic socks, are the ones that I was talking about that actually have depressions in part of the sock. It's a different stitch here so that there's a little bit of air where, again, that vapor and moisture can try to escape that tight, compact area of your boot. So again, don't forget, your socks are a really important thing. Once you find your favorite pair, a lot of times they do make them really pretty, but even if they don't, just get several of them, and don't forget, switch them out midday. I think that tip's going to take you a long way. I'm all about doing that here on Killington today. I want to make sure you guys have a great experience while you're out there on the hill. I hope you're getting ready. We'll talk to you more about that coming up.